Hello and welcome to my channel. I have two of these Stegosaurus Model Kits from Tamiya, one of which I'm going to donate to my friend at Nerding for Fun Props. He's going to do video and I'm going to do video, and at the end we can compare them. Neither of us will have any idea what's been planned until the video has been released. That should be quite interesting. Right, the instructions look fairly straightforward, and there are not too many parts, so it should be a fairly quick build. So the first step, as always, is to remove all the parts from the sprue. These come off without any bother and only require minimum cleanup, which is a bonus. I concentrate on the main body for now, and I'll add all the fins and spikes afterwards. As you can probably tell, all the parts can only go onto pre-selected pose, and this of course makes the assembly process much quicker. Plastic model glue is the best choice for gluing both halves together, because it welds rather than it sticks. So I'll cover one side as well as filling in the peg holes. And both halves align perfectly without any visible seams. I repeat the same process with the legs. There's only 2 parts per leg. There's a ridge between both halves of the dinosaur which just needs sanding flat. I also take the opportunity to match up the wrinkles on both sides. Now that the main body is assembled, I have the tail spikes. Then I proceeded to add all the fins on his back. And these are numbered, so I have to make sure they're going in order, so that they go from small to big and back to small again. So I'm going to put the dinosaur to one side for now, because I need to make a start on the base. Because it's going to take a couple of days to dry, so I need to get a head start on it. So I'll cut out a piece of foam core, just slightly bigger than the dinosaur. So I'm going to make the base out of sculptor mould, and these twigs should pass for barren trees. I only have a few minutes of sculpting time before they start to set. I'm keeping it simple and just making a muddy piece of land. It's starting to solidify already, so I need to get my dinosaur pushed into place. So now it has some foothold to hold it into place, because I'm not going to glue it down. And while I'm at it, add a few more footprints. The sculptor mould is almost set, so I need to quickly get these twigs in and represent some trees. Some are going to stand upright and some will be on the ground. But I'm not going to put too many in because I don't want to overclutter the base. There are a few places on this kit where you can see the join lines, and the spines along his back slot into square holes, so they need disguising. So I'm just going to add a few spots of filler to help disguise these. But first of all, remove the remaining seam lines from the legs. And once again, like with the main body, I join up all the wrinkles. So I use this small sculpting tool to push all the filler into the holes. Then once it's had a chance to dry, I sand it down. I don't need to remove all the blemishes, but just hide enough of them. And the next step is to spray on some primer, and then we can start painting. The colour scheme for dinosaurs are completely up in the air, so in theory anything goes. So start off by giving it an all over coat of a tan colour, and you can see the difference in opacity when I apply the second layer. And for the second colour I start adding on a little bit of forest green. At first I just dry brush this on to see how it looks. Both the green and the tan complement each other, so I continue on with the green and paint a pattern which follows the spine from the back all the way to the front. And to help blend that in a little bit better, I used a green wash, because adding several different shades of colours can help make this look a little bit more organic. Dabbing on a tissue will help remove any excess, as well as helping to prevent any drips. The underside of the Stegosaurus needs a little bit of shading now, and for that I apply a brown wash. I also add some random green patches, mostly around the joints and to the knees. And after cleaning it up with a tissue, the colour changes a little bit more subtle. And for the underbelly I gave it a slight yellow tint. And for his eyes I just simply paint them black. And while the paint on the dinosaur is drying, I apply the primer to the base and leave it to one side. I gave the whole dinosaur an overall dry brush with some cream paint, and this will help tie all the colours together. I added a little bit of brown wash for the toes, so that the nails will come across as old and manky. I also do the same thing for the spikes on the end of the tail, except I blended in a white dry brush from the top to the base, so that way the tip of the spines is brighter than the bottom. I wanted the fins on the back to stand out, so paint them an orange colour. And these I believe were used to catch the sun, warm up the blood and pass it around the body. By adding a white dry brush I create some definition. I then proceeded to coat all the fins with a red wash. And once that has dried, I used a dark brown and dry brush it in from the edges. And that's the dinosaur pretty much done. Now to continue on with the base. And for the trees I just used a light brown. And then I gave them a dry brush with some white paint. And since the base is going to be very muddy, I used some dark brown acrylic paint and give it an all over coverage. I dry brushed on a cream colour to create some definition. I then added a couple of the shades of brown to add some variety. And then finally I can give it a nice neat black border. And the final step is to spray both the base and the dinosaur with the matte sealer. And then we're ready for the big reveal. So there you have it, there's my Stegosaurus in his muddy prehistoric setting. And don't forget to check out my friend's channel at Nerding for Fun Props and see what he came up with. We both started off with the same kit, and after this recording, neither of us have seen each other's results yet. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can view his channel and see what he came up with. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.